Hey, so if it's our first time meeting, hi, I'm Russ, and it looks like you've just downloaded a model human. At least you've made your purchase and you're looking to figure out what to do next. So you're in the right place. I'm going to show you everything you need to know to get these installed on your iPad, opened up in Procreate, and ready to put your tattoo art on a 3D model. So if you're excited for this, it's going to be really fast. Stick around. We're going to go over the first few things you need to know to get started with model humans in Procreate. All right, so here I am in the Tattoo Smart downloads area, and I see a model human file right here. I'm just going to tap on download, and these are all the files. I will have to download these one by one. We have several different 3D model files here. They're actually the .procreate files, which open up in Procreate and are really easy to use. And then you've got this skin tone swatches file, which is also really simple to download. So just pick the first file here, tap on it, accept. Watch up here, this little down arrow is going to fill up while it's installing. Tap it. It's just going to open up in Procreate automatically, and we'll see what happens. But sometimes it kind of lags a little bit. So if this happens to you, one thing you might like to try is just close out Procreate for a second, open it back up, and there it is. So this is that first 3D model. And then I just swipe back, go back here, just grab the next model. Same process as before. Just keep going. So you can do this really fast. This time it just opened up automatically. Sweet. It's taking a little while. I can see the status bar is thinking as it's loading. So we'll just give that a second. Seems like it's kind of frozen here. Let's see. Just trying to go back to gallery. Now we're good. Okay, so sometimes it just takes a little while to kind of load properly, and usually it just works out fine. If you need to close Procreate, open it again, it should be there waiting for you in the gallery. So before I ever will actually draw or put any artwork on these models, I always want to duplicate them first, and that's really easy. You just swipe left and tap duplicate. So I'll keep one model that I never touch and always just duplicate off that one each time I want to make new artwork. Now another thing you can do, the model humans line is pretty extensive. There's 8 different characters, different body types, and then there's also this advanced 3D models line, which are just a whole lot of new options for a male and a female. So you've got shorter leg models, you've got shortened forearm models, some different options for sleeves. For example, you've got this arm that includes the chest and the back of the shoulder. And there's a lot more diversity in this set, so this might be something for you if you haven't seen this yet. But I do like to organize these so they won't automatically be in stacks like this. This is something you have to do yourself. So to make a stack, just grab one model and drag it on top of the other one, wait till it turns blue, and then drop it. A moment later, you'll see the stack. And so you can put all of the models together and organize them however you like. And you can change the name of that stack just by typing here and typing a new name in. Okay, so go ahead and delete those. Now you know how to download, how to install. So let's jump in and see how to actually put some artwork on one of these. So I'm going to jump into these Model Humans Advanced models here. And let's open up this one here. First I'll duplicate it just to be sure. Open up the duplicate. And you can see it loads with a skin tone already selected and added for you. If you don't like this skin tone, you can change that. So if you downloaded that swatch palette, it should be over here on the color selector. Your color selector may look like this, but if you just tap on palettes, you can see all the palettes that you've created in the past or downloaded. Here's the skin tone palette right here. So to change the skin color, just select a new skin color and it shows up here. And just make sure you're on the skin tone layer and drag it over. Now, it needs to be threshold. There's a number at the top. Currently it says 62%. If I go too low, then the color drop just doesn't work. Maybe you can see if I choose a different darker skin tone. I'll show you what I mean. So that's what happens if threshold is set too low on your color drop. So the way to fix that is just hover for a second and then drag to the right. Oops. Let's try it again. Hover for a second and then drag to the right until threshold says 100. And now if we kind of backspace a few times, we should be able to just drop it in there, right? So now we filled the entire flesh up with a new skin color, and we can change that anytime we want to. All right, so now that we understand how to change the skin color, we want to add a new layer and start putting our artwork on it. So you have a few options here. You could just add a flash stamp, but this kind of doesn't work as great as you'd like. It's a little bit clunky. So there's a better way to work with artwork or flash stamps than this, right? Because a lot of people think, oh, I should just go in here and start drawing directly on the model. And you can put kind of your basics on there. You might like to just kind of sketch a little bit, like kind of get an idea of what the drawing is going to be. Like, oh, it's going to be like a chest panel, and then, you know, it kind of comes over here, and maybe it kind of sits up here, and then there's something there. You can kind of do that kind of thing and just figure out the basics of your design. But then what makes a lot of sense is to come over here to the wrench icon, tap on that, and I'm not sure which one of these will be selected, but make sure that it says 3D, and then toggle on Show 2D Texture, and then it flattens everything out into this 2D mode, and you can see all of those marks that I made there are just going to be a nice reference for me. I can kind of lower the opacity on them, and then I can add a new layer and start to put my art in there the way I want it. So maybe it's a chrysanthemum. And now you have a lot more freedom with how you can move it around and arrange it. Let's just kind of get it into place there on my drawing. Something like that, who knows. Just really fast, head back over to the wrench, click Show 2D Texture off, and we can see it applied to the model. And then we can remove all that junk. All right, so there's so much more to learn about working with these 3D models for tattoo design. I don't want to take you all the way through the entire process right now, because I know you just want to get started and start having some fun. So get in there and see if you can get your models loaded up. If you have any problems at all, please reach out to us, support@tattoosmart.com. We are here to help. And look out for the next tutorial video where we'll dive deeper into how to use 3D models for tattoo design. I'm Russ. Thanks for this purchase, and we will see you in the next video.